Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV, and I am joined by our winner tonight, and that is the Day's Banter, as you see in the title above. Daya, how are you feeling on this glorious Tuesday evening?
Do you know what? I thought to myself tonight, do I really want to do Villa versus Norwich in a watch along? I thought, yeah, I'll do it because the lads will be in all for a bit of banter and a bit of chat as well, you know. And then me and Tufty got on the betting, and I walked away with 132 quid. So, yeah, that was lovely, mate.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. But we've got a big game tomorrow at the Emirates, and it is a big game. How do you see this game going tomorrow, Daya, personally?
Tough.
Yeah.
When someone said to me on my show just a minute ago, they said that Daya, when the game starts, you'll be all up for it. Come on, West Ham, which I will be, as you naturally are as a football fan. But before the game, and I want to bring something up here, James, right? Which I want to gather your thoughts on. I was thinking about it last night, actually. And we're all giving Antonio a hard time in a minute. And he has been poor. You got a couple of trolls in already, mate. You got that idiot there, look. Fake account, respect, mate. Fake account. Anyway, I think the solution, right, is to tomorrow. If I was David Moyes, I'll tell you what I would consider doing. I'd be interested to see what people say in the chat, right? Antonio's problem on the football pitch is he's brilliant when the ball's played in front of him. But the way West Ham are playing at the moment, very rarely he's actually getting the ball played in front of him, right? He's holding the ball up with his back to goal and he loses the ball, loses possession, da-di-da-di-da. I would switch him to the right wing and I'd put Bowen up top.
Yeah, but do you think, though, I agree, but do you think you lose that threat up front with him, even though he has been bad, I must admit?
If we play with him up top tomorrow and the way we've been playing against the likes of Governor Burnley, for instance. Hello, Milesy. What mince pie whiskey. I just think we need to change something, mate. To be honest, my other worry is Smith Rowe. If he's playing, I'm not sure if he is or not yet because if someone mentioned he might be injured, but he's a player and a half. He is, and I can see him ripping through our midfield.
Who worries you tomorrow from Arsenal?
Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Smith Rowe, great player. He can carry the ball. He can carry it through midfield as well, you know, and he's an exceptional player, that lad. And he does worry me tomorrow, especially if they overload the midfield, which I'm sure they will do against our system, you know. But hopefully we've learned our lesson from the Chelsea game where we did make some changes and Moyes might deploy some of those tactics. They get someone to drop back more into midfield. But we have to wait and see, won't we? But
thing is, obviously when we go to Arsenal, we always play well, but we never win. Or we never get a positive result. Obviously, Cresswell, we need Cresswell back, don't we, Dale? To be honest.
Big time.
Do you know what I mean? We're missing him from set pieces and all that. But I think it's a big game tomorrow for Declan Rice and Souček. If we're going to push for top four, then we have to turn up against Arsenal.
Well, we have to. The thing for me, though, mate, if I'm truthful, if I'm honest, right, I don't think we're going to make top four. And I'll tell you why. You got to put teams like Burnley away. Right, when you play them away, you got to put them away. Yeah, and we didn't do that. And that's no criticism. It's just great being a West Ham fan, playing the way we are, and not sweating about relegation at the end of the day, isn't it? Because that's what we've been used to. But I don't think it's showing. We didn't. Our squad's not deep enough or enough quality in the squad for a top four finish. Although if more investment had probably gone in at the start of the season, which us fans obviously can't control, then we would have had a chance because we should have finished top 4 last season. But again, we're doing what we done last season. Right? We lost twice to Newcastle, for instance, last season. I know I keep going on about that one, but those are the games that cost you the difference between Champions League football finish or Europa League. And I think we're doing the same, sadly. And some of it's not been, it's not our fault. Injuries, you can go a season and get no injuries. But we've been battered with these injuries. So I think it's going to be tough over the Christmas period for us with the players that we got out at the minute. And I think the transfer window, whilst it comes in January, you still got to get the players settled into the team.
Yeah.
Even your most experienced players, like we saw Zuma settled in very quickly, but we need whoever we bring in, which should obviously be Lingard, be one of them. A new centre back's going to come in, right? No doubt, right? Let's just arguably say it's Coletta Carr. Still, even for the experience and the quality he's got, he's still going to take a couple of weeks to settle in. Do you know what I mean? And so it's not just the Christmas games, it's also the early January games as well. And of course, you've got to get the deals over the line as well, of course, which can take a little bit of time sometimes in a transfer window. It's not like everybody signs on the first day. Do you know what I mean?
100%, mate. 100%. Obviously, the defence, though, isn't it, tomorrow? Like, that's the one thing we've got to worry about. Dawson and Diop. This is a game where they're going to be up against pace. How do you think they're going to cope there?
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest, if I'm honest, I'll be willing the lads on all day. Come on. But I think Dawson's pace will cost us tomorrow, to be honest. Arsenal can cut you open. They have, they can. Well, they've got the cutting edge that we're missing. That's my worry. We're missing our, and we're away tomorrow as well. So we're Moyes go defensive tomorrow, no doubt about it. I don't think how he sets up tomorrow. I think he'd go with the wing, the 3-5 again. Personally,
100%, mate.
That's what I think. I think he start as we did against who was it? Chelsea. We played the wing backs, didn't we, against Chelsea? I think he'd go for that again, mate. To be honest, he'd try and go for the same lineup. I think as it beat Chelsea. Although we were at home then, weren't we?
100% agree, mate. 100% agree. Obviously, Antonio, mate. Let's talk about Antonio a little bit. Obviously, he's got to turn up tomorrow.
I think we're asking too much of Antonio. Right? Let's be honest. Antonio is not a striker, right?
Right.
Never will be, right? But he's great if you get play the ball in front of him, running onto a ball. He's the raging bull, if you want to call it. Very much like Lukaku. Right? They're very similar players. Both of them got a touch like a rapist. Right? They have. Antonio hasn't got a good touch. Lukaku hasn't got a good touch. But we're not playing Antonio to his strengths at the minute. And I don't think that's been helped by. If we go back to last season, we used Lingard, for instance, who created good goals for Antonio. Right, the ball was always played in front of him, killer ball, and I hate to say it, but Benrahma's not delivering a killer ball at the moment. Fornals ain't really delivering a killer ball. Bowen now and again, but they're not those where they catch the defender out and then Antonio's on for goal. That's what we're missing. So I think Antonio's getting a bit of stick unfairly, really, from including myself.
Yeah.
Because we wanted him to see that, but he's not getting the service or getting the ball where he needs to use his strength and his ability running onto the ball. He's receiving that ball back to goal, right? And he's trying to control the ball, and by that time, normally a defender's whipped it off him. I honestly would tomorrow switch him to the right-hand side. I'd play him out on the wing, and I'd have Soufal knocking the ball up the wing over the top for him to run onto and challenge the backs at Arsenal. He's got
to turn up tomorrow, Daya. There's no excuses now.
At the end of the day, he's drifting to the wing half the time anyway. He's out there half the time anyway. So you might as well play him out there and tell Bowen get in the box. That's the only way I can see us nicking a goal tomorrow, to be honest with you. Which I don't think we'll score tomorrow, to be honest. I think Arsenal will beat us 2-0. In my football brain opinion, if I've got one, right, if you know what I mean. My heart says, come on, West Ham, let's go and fucking stuff them. Do you know what I mean? But I don't see it. I don't see it, mate, to be honest.
What's the starting lineup for you tomorrow there, West Ham?
Let's start with Fabianski. Well, we kind of know who's fit, though. That's the problem.
Well, if Cresswell's back, because he should be back, he went into a post.
I thought he'd be back for the Burnley game, to be honest with you. But if it was me, right, and we're going, I think if you have a go at Arsenal, you've got more chance of winning the game than trying to sit and defend and trying to nick them, to be honest with you. But we know Moyes won't do that. Moyes won't play an attacking formation tomorrow, will he? He's going to try and nick a goal.
I think he's going to try and set up counter-attacking, really. I'll be surprised if he sets up in a way. I think Pablo Fornals plays tomorrow. I'll be surprised if Lanzini plays. I don't think
he'd play Ben Rama tomorrow either, you know.
I don't know.
Well, he took him off early, a bit early, I thought, against Burnley, to be honest. But I missed a bit of the game because I'm on call this week, so I missed a lot of the first half of the Burnley game, to be honest. And I came in about, I think it was 5-10 minutes into the second half, you know, and Ben Rama had already gone off. So I'm not in a position to comment really on how Ben Rama did that game, you know. And I haven't watched the game afterwards, really, because it's so boring from what I saw. It wasn't worth watching it again. Scott says I've heard it's 5 at the back tomorrow. I think it will be 5. I think it will be, to be honest. I think he'd go. I think he'd stick with Masaraku, which he didn't do too bad against Burnley, to be fair, did he? For what I saw again, I didn't see the whole game. But he's going to play Dawson. He's going to play Diop, and he. If he does, who's the third centre half he's going to throw in there? It's hard, isn't it? Who's he going to put in there?
It is really, mate.
Where's Tufty anyway? Answer me my money yet? Right, put out Scott's got his first lineup. What's he got there?
Scott's lineup is up. Fabianski, Cathal, Dawson, Diop, Cresswell, Rice, Soucek, Ben Rama, Fornals, Vlasic, and Bowen. No Antonio in the team.
Why do you pick that? I'd like to know why he's picked Vlasic.
Be honest with me, right, and take your sort of Vlasic sort of faults away. What did you think of him for 20 minutes against Burnley, honestly?
Truthfully, I thought he was better. I thought he didn't give the ball away as much as he normally does. All right. But he played all safety ball, mate. It's all safety ball, short ball, safety ball, as we call it. All right. There was nothing there to give the ball away, really, unless he lost it in a tackle. It reminded me very much of somebody mentioned in the chat on my show the other day, David Batty. Batty always looked busy with short ball. David Batty never took chances. Yeah. And I think that's what we're actually. That's what I think. That's where we're lacking at the moment. We're not creative enough. We don't play that killer ball into a player like Antonio to run onto, and I think that's where we're struggling. Vlasic created 3 chances in 17 minutes time to unleash him, says Scott. I wouldn't say he created 3 chances. He carried the ball once and just played it out wide. People say he made 3 assists. He wouldn't assist because we didn't score, right? But he carried the ball a little better. I don't think Arsenal's the right game for him myself, personally. But yeah, throw him on if you want to throw him on. But I wouldn't.
The thing is with it, right?
Vlasic doesn't create, and that's exactly what he doesn't do. He doesn't create. Everyone says a lot of people say, "No, he played really well against. He played a lot better against Burnley." Yeah, he did because he didn't give the ball away as much. But if you watch his passes, they're all 2 foot, 3 foot ball in the feet, receive it back, another 3-foot pass. Right? Nothing. We West Ham as a team, as a unit, are not creating enough for my liking. And Arsenal will show us how to do it tomorrow. Hello, Lee. All right, mate.
The thing is, though, Daya, right? Obviously, does this really? If we win this game, we're top 4 contenders, ain't we? Surely, I think we have to beat Arsenal if we're gonna go for top 4.
Oh yeah. Well, no. I'd say right. Well, to be top 4, you need to beat your likes of Burnley. Right? You need to you need to beat your likes of Brighton, Burnley teams, and those other games as well. Brentford, we should have put Brentford away. They're the games that are going to cost us the Champions League position. When you go to the Emirates, right? If you come away from a draw from there, I think that's a fair result. If you go to Chelsea, you pick up a point. I think against the big boys, if you can pick up a point, it helps to the end of your season. So I'd be happy with a draw tomorrow. But the worrying thing is we still don't put away teams like Burnley. Right? We don't put away Brighton. They're the games that you win. You must win. They must win games to get Champions League football. We ain't going to get Champions League football unless there's some serious. You see, you still got those burning idiots coming in, ain't you, mate? You need some mods. Big old hard man Harry Hibbs, a fucking prick, right? But
what do you make of Jazz's comment? He said, "I've entered the stream. The first thing I hear is Vlasic talk. You know he's a world beater, but you refuse to admit it. Watch him score 10 goals next season."
Well, I think you're on the Christmas sauce early, Jazza, to be honest with you, mate. I don't know why you're on Sherry tonight. Is it Sherry or?
I
haven't got it in for Vlasic, mate. I just don't. My personal opinion, I don't think Vlasic is the pedigree for a top flight West Ham. If we were like the old days, down the bottom, near the bottom, then fair enough. But we're not. We finished 6th last season when we should have finished 4th. And we just got out when money was tight. We really shelled out £27 million on a player that can't deliver.
Yeah,
he can't deliver. What would we all be saying if Zuma was playing like a donkey now for up until say now? Would we be saying, "Oh, give him more time"? Give him more time? No.
Kane says here, he goes, "We are not getting top 4. We will be screwed once again. I can't see it. We need serious transfers in the summer to compete."
I agree with Kane. What annoys me is whether it's finances restricted us or whatever, we needed more quality coming in the summer. Right. Prime examples happened, didn't it? We went in with one left back, for instance. Now we've had Cresswell out. Look what's happened. So I mean, we've had no decent cover for Cresswell. We thought about 27 million plus for Vlasic, for instance. We don't. Our squad wasn't big enough to bring a player in to allow him to settle in for 2 seasons. Like people like Stell and other people are saying, "Oh, next season." Hang on, it's not about next season. Yeah. We could have. Let's be honest, we could have might as well have spent the money on Lingard. Really,
100%, mate.
It wouldn't have been good business. It wouldn't have been good footballing business. But because he's done nothing, Vlasic, we might as well have spent it, done bad business, and spent over the top. Bringing Lingard in because we know Lingard would have done the business.
100%, mate. When I look at Lingard and I look at Vlasic, it's night and day, isn't it? Let's be honest. We've got one who's top draw and there's one who's, let's be honest, Lanzini's getting ahead of him at present. So, but for me, when I look at it, he's got to do something because Ben Run was leaving on Boxing Day and he's going to have to play. Like as Scott says in the chat, Daya, right? What formation would you play West Ham tomorrow?
Till's ringing. I want Tufty though. Tomorrow, I personally, although it worries me to say this now, because Crowell didn't have that great game in Europe not Europe, sorry, against what was the game the other day when Crowd played poorly? It was Europe, wasn't it? It was Europe.
Yeah.
They didn't have the greatest game there. Before, I'd have dropped Crowell in with Declan Rice and Souček, and I would have tucked him just in front of them to give him a bit more protection. And Crowell can normally pick a ball and hit a ball, right? Hit a pass. But that game, he didn't look up to speed for me. Whether it was just one bad game, West Ham United says I would play Crowell with more Rice forward runs. That's basically what I'm saying as well. Declan Rice going forward, he's probably beaten more men, including Banter and everybody else, taking more men on and beating them, right? And they've got a shot off. Declan Rice has than any other player in the West Ham side at the minute.
Yeah.
So I would be giving Souček some protection to allow Rice to go forward. Rice is world class. He's world class, mate. He's world class.
100% agree. I just want to, before we move on, I just want to say, Roy says, James, can we do a round of applause for a little while? I donated today. I donated a few quid to her. It's sad, very sad for a young girl. She's got an art of an hammer, let's put it like that, and she's strong. And I feel for her family. It's a bit like this, especially at Christmas time. It's bad any other time, but especially at Christmas. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, it's like, what can you say, really? Like, do you know what I mean? It's when it comes to kids,
you can't say anything, innit? It's
yeah, you just can't. And
it's awful. It's one you struggle to get the words out really on, isn't it?
Yeah, and sometimes when you look at people who seem to, well, it seems like evil lives forever and the good die young, or get ill young. And I really do feel for her family. I really do mean that. So any money that I can get through betting or whatever, I done it today. I had a good few winners today.
I put a bit in the pot today, to be honest.
Yeah, and
it's all about now. They're asking to give a nice experience of life, should we say, with the word, rather than the medical stuff side, and you know, and it's quite funny, isn't it? It's not funny, but you know, we've got sad things like that going on in the world. We've got dickheads calling themselves E20 zone cock. I'm going to batter you. Yeah, of course you are, mate. You know, get a life, pal. You know, there's people losing their lives, and there's fucking idiots like you should lose your fucking life. But there we go. You know, just make those what fucking idiots they are, innit? We're talking about such a sensible thing, and they got these clowns like this. You know, it just sums it up, doesn't it? Look at leave him in the chat, mate. Leave him. He's making a fool of himself.
I want to know what Scott's doing, mate. He's supposed to be my mum. So Scott's getting sacked, but I will come to them in a minute. But Daya, if Vlasic scores 5 goals this season, how much are you giving me from Jazza?
Why would he give you anything, Jazza? But you'd be waiting for a long time. I hope he does score 5 goals, Jazza. But if you can't see that he's not going to make the grade at West Ham United if we're at the top, then you know, why has it take away his performances for West Ham? Why couldn't he deliver against Malta? Why couldn't he deliver against Cyprus? Why couldn't he deliver against Russia? You know, these are low league teams he's been playing against, mate. Yeah. And he hadn't delivered in them games this season either. So is his confidence gone already? Is that what you're saying? And when he goes on international duty, he's shot with confidence? You just got to accept, mate. He couldn't crack it at Everton, right? This is not a David Moyes signing by a long chalk, I'm telling you. David Moyes never signed Vlasic. We've been for time and time again, but there's no way Moyes would have ignored Everton's advice and carried on to buy him. This was all because we couldn't get Lingard. But if you go back to Vlasic, tell me what you see in him. That he's going to... Have you seen a killer ball from Vlasic? A real cutting-edge ball that plays through to Antonio's feet? No. And have we seen it from Ben Rama at the moment? No.
No, not really, no.
Really? Right? Fornals has probably been a bit better.
I think if Ben Rama had a fast...
Deliver a Royal Mail parcel. He can't, he's not delivering anything. He's not... You know, he's not creating anything or delivering anything for West Ham United. That's not knocking him. He ain't got the people say he's got to get up to the pace of the game. That's bollocks. You've got the pace or you haven't. Right? He's had enough time to get up to the pace of the Premiership. If this was Zuma, and we were all saying give him more time, you'd all be criticising Zuma. But you say, oh, he's played in the Premiership. So's Vlasic before. And they bombed him out because he couldn't do it then. And he was too young. Well, hang on a minute. We're talking about some fans are talking about bringing through under 23 players. You know, you take Ashby. Ashby had a great game the other day. Oh, all right. I know it won the Premier League, to be fair. Right. But you're dreaming. Honestly, you're dreaming. But, you know, I'm not a Vlasic basher. I just wish I'm bashing West Ham, not Vlasic, because we shouldn't have bought him. Because we wasted 27 million quid on him. But you know, if we're told money's tight, but then we waste 27 million quid.
You know, I agree, mate. I do. I think it was a waste of money, though. That's where I'm a bit different. I just think we haven't seen anything from Vlasic. Just be honest, for the money that's been paid.
You know, he should be on fire when he's playing like Dynamo Zagreb, Rapid Vienna, teams like he should be really out there shining. And even young Jake Cox, who's only 14, and of course, he's still probably in the sticker book. Right? But he even admitted the other day, you were right. Even they're all starting to admit. People are changing their views now. We'll see. What
about that? What about that from John?
There's so many links and stories go. Mitrovic. I can't see Fulham letting him go whilst they're pushing for promotion. You know, it's like when you see people talk about the Burnley defender coming in. I'll be very, very surprised if Burnley are going to try and fight relegation this season and sell us their best centre half.
Jordan says, Dyer loves Vlasic. He's been his idol ever since he went to his shirtless car wash a few years ago. He's just afraid to show his true feelings and tell us the love that he has for Vlasic. Feel for him.
Hey, listen, if Vlasic started smashing balls in for West Ham, I'd love him just as much as everybody else, right? But after 40 years of being in the football industry, I just can't see it happening. Just cannot see it happening. I really can't see it. And I'd love to be able to say that give him a bit more time because he will do this and he will do that, but he won't do it. He's not going to do it, you know. Even like people saying, "Oh, he had a good game against Burnley." He didn't really have a good game, right? For a £27 million player, he's playing. I could probably run out when I played in a testimonial, right? And just, you know, I was never going to be up there. I was playing with Dennis Wise, I was playing with Gus Poyet, Jim Franco Zola, right? And I'm on the pitch with them, right? Now I can't do what they could do with a football, right? So what do? I just play the short ball. Kevin Keane was playing alongside me. Oh, Keano, have that. Fucking have that. Right? I don't want it too long. I'll make a dick of myself in front of 10,000 fans. Right? Quick, there's the ball. Why is he? Have that. Do you know what I mean? And that's what Vlasic done. He had a good run up the pitch at one time. He didn't take him on. But he could have took on the defender. No, he didn't. He laid it off. Okay, Bowen had a crack. Right? I think it was Bowen. But there's nothing wrong with laying off the wrong ball. I'm not saying he should, but he could have. I'd have liked to seen him go and have a crack at that.
Yeah.
He had plenty of time to do it. Take the man on, go around and bang. He didn't do it. He made the ball. Daya calls him Snell's love child. Yeah. I think Stelios has been out in Croatia at some time on a Club 18 to 30 holiday and dabbled with a Croatian woman and created a love child because They give him 10 years.
See, we're going a bit off topic, but Scott's got a good one here. Tell us about the story about, I think that's Payet there. Didn't you give him some abuse on the pitch?
No, it wasn't Poyet. It was Dennis Wise. And Poyet played me the ball, right? And then I knocked it out. Done a Vlasic and played it quick to Dennis Wise. I'd run up the pitch. Right, and Wisey played it back to me, and the ball hit the back of my heels. So I knew there was 10,000 supporters watching this game, or just under 10,000. So I turned around to Wisey, and I went, "Wisey, what the fucking hell was that?" And he looked at me and said, "Who the fuck are you to talk to me?"
Oh dear!
It looked dramatic on the pitch. It was a testimonial of mine. Yeah, Dennis Wise.
Those were the days, Dale. Well, let's get on to this, Dale.
What would that have been? God, Christ, that's 15 years ago now.
15 long years ago.
Yeah.
Right, Dale. Predictions time. Let's get into it, mate. What is your prediction for tomorrow's game?
We lose 2-0.
Don't think we'll score tomorrow.
Nah, not away. Not away tomorrow at Arsenal. We never do well there anyway. If we do get a goal, mate, it'd be with a bit of stroke of luck. I just honestly don't think. I think all our front line are not creating enough at the minute, and I think they're off form. Ben Rama's off form, or something's going on with Ben Rama. Something is going wrong with it. Something's going on. Either the coaching staff are worried about him losing. He's never taken a man on anymore. He used to do that, but Ben Rama with the ball at his feet, running at a defender, was the greatest sight because you knew he'd skin that man, right? But it always seemed he's doing another Vlasic. He's doing what Vlasic does, just lays the easy ball.
Someone put a comment in my comment section a while ago.
Did you see the Aston Villa first goal today by Ramsey?
No, I didn't.
Perla, great goal. That's what West Ham aren't doing. Right? Ramsey picked it up, took on his man, bang, back of the net. And that's what West Ham aren't doing. We're goal shy, I'm telling you.
We are a little bit, but I must admit, someone put something in my comments a while ago and said, is David Moyes turning Ben Rama into a player he isn't there? Like this, Ben Rama's always been
up there in a chat with Ben Rama. It feels like if he makes one mistake, he'd be dropped. Yeah. So if he loses it twice, if you're going to take players on, even Maradona had the ball whipped off him sometimes when he took people on. Do you know what I mean? But we haven't got any. I'm not asking for Maradona by long chalk, but we aren't doing any of that. And that's not just Ben Rama, by the way. Right? Antonio's not doing it because he's not getting the ball knocked in front of him. It's a simple thing. If you play the ball in front of Antonio, he'll do the business for you 80% of the time. Right? Ben Rama, if you allow Ben Rama to run at a man and take a man on, he'd beat that man with a football. Right? He'll skin him. Right? Bowen is probably our best player taking people on at the minute, to be honest.
I think he's been our best at the front four this season.
Bowen doesn't have the same ability. I'm not saying he's not as good, but he doesn't have the same technical ability as Ben Rama. And that's that goes back again to your Vlasic, man. Vlasic just plays that short David Batty ball.
Yeah.
And we haven't. And Fornals, to be honest, Fornals is a slightly different player, actually. But Fornals is probably the better of the passers at the minute. And he's not really one of those players. Lanzini is. Lanzini's one for that.
Do you think Lanzini starts tomorrow, though?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd start Lanzini tomorrow. I would start him. But I think we're going to be on the back foot, to be honest. I think they've flooded the midfield. They're going to come at us for 8 managers have worked out Moisey's system. If he plays that 4-2-3-1 system, which I don't think he will do, right? You do let's flood the midfield because it's been proven time and time again now. That system was working well at the start of the season, catching. You take it the Brighton game at home. You wouldn't have believed we were the home team, right? Playing that system again, right? Chelsea.
If Cresswell comes back tomorrow, can you see 3 at the back?
I think Moyes will go through it. Well, who's going to play the third? Who would he put third?
Basically, he'll have like Dawson, wouldn't it? Dawson, Diop.
Can I answer this Hazard because he's a dick, right? Steve Day, you are to blame for everything bad that's happened in your life, just like what Adam Brown said. You low life drunk. Right, okay. So what's bad's happening in my life? Oh, my daughter died. Yeah. I'm to blame for that, of course I am, mate. Yeah. You idiot. Right, off you go. Right. See, pure old little Scottish idiots. Right, there we go. Now, where were we, James, before that little
you was you were saying about like 3 at the back if Cresswell comes back.
Who do we play? The third? Who's the third? Who do we play?
Well,
3 at the back.
Dawson.
Dawson comes back, yeah. But if Cresswell's not back in tomorrow,
he can't do it.
Can't do it, can he?
No, he can't do it. He wants to come back tomorrow, Cresswell. Flipping hell, he's been out long enough, hasn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he took a nasty whack going into that post, mate, to be honest with you. And you know it with a bad back's a bad back, innit? You know, you can't, your back's under a lot of strain in a game of football.
Yeah, I know, but so do odd carriers and all that, but they still have to get up to work next day.
It's different. It is a bit different, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, but like,
I know we all think that as fans, but now if you've got back spasms, muscle spasms in your back, there's nothing you can do about it apart from rest. But hopefully he's back tomorrow. If he is back tomorrow, they'll play a back three, and we'll see Arsenal up the left hand side again. I think, mate. But I don't see any other options really. Roy says, James, you need more mods.
I'm going to sort it out after, Roy. I'm going to sort it out after.
You want to do it now? Now you know how to do it, yeah?
Yeah, I know how to do it, but I can't do it while people. I can't do it when this is going on, so I'll do it after.
So what you do? Yeah, you can. I've done it. What you do? You dive on there. You open up YouTube in another window. Turn the volume down. Go to your chat box. Just click it and click them all on. So all these. You with me?
All I've got is star comment. That's all I've got a bit. But no, that's all. I'll swear after that.
No, see the three dots. See, not on here. No. Go to open another window. YouTube. Go to YouTube. Do it now because it's far easier to do it this way. And you won't have any.
That's all right, mate. This is a live show. It's fine. It's fine. Scott's in the chat. I'm gonna.
Where's Tuffy? You listening? Where's my money?
All right, I'm gonna sack Scott if he's supposed to be his job, but he's obviously nowhere to be seen. I think to hire more staff.
Tuffy, your wedge ain't turned up yet.
But Daya, you're going for a 2-0. I am going for a 2-2. I think we do score in this game. I fancy us to score in this game, especially on the counter attack. I think Arsenal can be got at on the counter. And Palace run them close last time out, I must admit. I know Southampton are poor away from home. Give me one key player from Arsenal, apart from Smith Rowe, who you think, because I don't think Smith Rowe is going to be fit from what I'm hearing.
Morelli.
Who's that?
Did you watch Arsenal?
No, Morales.
Was it Murray? Yeah,
Martinelli, you mean?
But how do you pronounce it? I can't remember how you pronounce it.
No, Martinelli.
Odegaard's one. Scott, yeah. Odegaard's another one.
He scored in the last 3 games.
The boy out wide. Morelli?
No, Martinelli you're on about.
Martinelli, is it?
Yeah, Martinelli, yeah. Good player. Very, very good player. I rate him a lot. But he's a top player, that kid. And we will.
Out by Scott, mind. Smith Rowe's fit. He was on the bench Saturday, says Scott. So I don't think you find he's going to be out.
Well, it's come to the 40th minute mark. Daya's got places to go, people to see, and I've got to wrap some presents. But hopefully, Daya, tomorrow night we are celebrating a win, and Thursday's your birthday.
Can you ring Tuffy live on the air first to see where my money is?
You can do. Let's ring him up live on air.
On him.
We're going live to Newcastle area to speak to Tufty in regards to paying bets.
Tufty, you like? I bet he gets voicemail, right? What's the money? What's the odds on that on E20's own TV?
It's not looking good. I reckon he answers.
4 rings. 5 rings. 6 rings. We know he sat at his computer.
Welcome to Gitcast voicemail.
That's not Tuffy's voicemail.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think he'd be fine. If not, he needs to strangle him. But anyway, what's going on here now?
I know. I thought you'd tough to somebody else sending me. What's Jake Cox on about? All right, just a bit of banter on the phone there, mate. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Anyway,
Blaine, what would you play tomorrow?
4-3-3. That's the first thing.
Right.
I'd play 4-3-3. I'd play Fabianski, Kafal, Dawson Diop, Cresswell and Mazawaka on that left-hand side. Souček Rice and Fornells as your third sort of midfielder, sort of thing, hovering from like attack to midfield. Ben Rama, Bowen, and you've got to play Antonio because we have got no one else, and that is a problem. But he's got to turn up tomorrow. If we're going for top 4, this man has to turn up tomorrow night. There's no two ways about it. Like, he has to do something. He's been there the longest, right? So he's got to lead by example any day. Let's be honest. So he has to turn up tomorrow for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about that, mate. No doubt about it at all. But hey, tomorrow comes, mate. We're all West Ham fans. We all egging on and whatever we've been put up with. Then we all pull it apart afterwards. We'll be celebrating. West Ham can do the business. Daughters at Antonio or Vlasic up front. Hey, listen, I've got no problem. It'd be great to, not for West Ham, but from an argument point of view, to throw Vlasic on and see what he can do against Arsenal. I'm not against playing him. There was a game the other week when Antonio was doing absolutely nothing, and I was the first one screaming. Chuck Vlasic was still on the bench. Check him on. It'd have been better than what Antonio was giving us. Hopefully, So I'm not all against Vlasic, but I just don't see it. Vlasic tells you he's not a striker. So Vlasic tells he doesn't want to play on the left. He doesn't want to play on the right. He wants to play number 10. But, is he going to get his chance, when Ben Rama goes off to the African nations? But we'll probably sign Lingard then. So he's further down the pecking order, surely. But,
yeah, I agree with you so much on this. On this sort of issue, I really do. I am with you 1,000%. I look at him and I think, how does he get in this team when Lingard turns up? Because he just don't get in there.
None of it makes sense. The whole signing doesn't make any sense. We've bought a player who's not up the grade to play for a team pushing for Champions League football.
I'd love that. I'd love that kid to play.
I think I think he's going to get a go tomorrow. I wouldn't start them, to be honest.
In the chat, Daya, they're all discussing who they want up front, and your name's come up. I'd rather Daya.
No,
some people.
This beer belly wouldn't be able to run quite. I might last 5 minutes.
Jordan says I can't see Carlton Cole coming back. Man City are having a look at him. So yeah, it's been good fun. I must admit, it's been an enjoyable preview. I must admit, entertaining. But give us your final thought on tomorrow's game, Daya, and give us your final roundup before we go.
I just think Arsenal's passing through midfield will be too slick for us. This is my fears. I'm doing my fears, and then I come to my hopes. Right?
Yeah.
I think Arsenal, if Smith Rowe as well is playing now tomorrow, and Odegaard and all that, I think their passing through our midfield will be too slick. I think Declan Rice will have an exceptional game. I think Souček hopefully will find his best form. He hasn't, but you can't pick on players like Souček because what do we pay for him? Hardly anything, really. And he's been an exceptional player. But that's where we're going to get caught playing around Rice. They're going to target Rice tomorrow and play triangle football around him. I think you'll see an exceptional performance from Declan Rice. And I don't think we got the cutting edge up front, to be honest, to create and to put the pressure on the Arsenal backs. That's just my opinion. Hopefully, Arsenal turn up with fucking rubbish, right? And we smash them, right? But you really, can we play Okaflex without Ashby to supply him? It's a good point, but I don't think this is a game to blood. Well, we've done it in the past, haven't we? Of course, it was the young Reece Oxford, didn't we? Bilic blooded him against Arsenal, and I'm sure it was against Arsenal. We beat Arsenal, didn't we?
He did, mate, and that was Reece Oxford.
I don't think Moyes. I think Moyes is more of a right. There's your 10 minutes now, lad. Show us what you can do after you're either winning 3-0 or you're losing 2-0. Do you know what I mean?
I think what it is, though, I think when you look at us, people are worried about Arsenal. Arsenal should be worried about us. If we turn up, if we can get the Liverpool game performance against Arsenal, we go through.
There's one big thing there, though, mate. The Liverpool performance was at home. The Chelsea performance was at home. We're going on to their manor tomorrow. If it was at Upton Park, if it was at the London Stadium, I'd be feeling a little bit more confident, right? But Arsenal, if they open it up on that pitch of theirs, and start cutting you open, right? Dawson ain't got enough pace for me tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the worry tomorrow.
That's a fear, right? I don't think Souček's got enough pace, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right? Soufal will be all right. He's not too bad. I just, that midfield, I can see them slicing us open in midfield, and we won't win the ball early enough, right? And the formation Moyes puts out, we won't win the ball early enough to cut it out, to get on the counter. We'll be defending from our penalty box, and that's when we get in trouble. And we've got caught like that by lesser teams than Arsenal this season. That's that, and Arsenal have some fantastic players. I know they have their, and I think Arteta, to be honest with you, is starting to get it together now. I know everyone was calling for his head, Arsenal fans, and that, and they have one bad game now, and they call for his head, right? But I just see Arsenal improving every game near enough. And I think with our injuries as well, if we had Zuma in there, I'd be feeling a lot. I think he's a massive loss tomorrow. Zuma. Yeah. If we had him in there, I think I'd be far more positive, right? But Dawson instead of Zuma, I think that could be a telling point, right? Different class. Zuma is different class. I'm not knocking Dawson. Dawson being a great servant to West Ham for a £2 million buy, but he ain't got that to keep Arsenal out, I don't think, where Zuma would potentially have that. Ogbonna's missing again. Ogbonna alongside Zuma is just excelled. And I think we're missing our backbone now. And I don't think our backbone will see us through the game, to be honest. And they mix that up with our cutting edge up front. And once the pressure comes on our back line, what happens is the likes of whoever's playing, Ben Rama or whoever, right, are always having to defend. Somebody brought up a great point on my show earlier, right? That Ben Rama is spending more time defending these days than being up front.
I think he's being made into a player he isn't, mate.
I don't think they're allowing him to express his flair, which you can't argue, because if you went to David Moyes and said, "Look, you're not letting Ben Rama express his flair," Moyes would probably turn around to you and say, "Where are we in the league?"
That's what they all say, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what they all come out with. Loads of people say, "Well, where are we in the league?"
The problem is we can't keep
player. At the end of
we can't keep relying on.
Go back in the day. Would you have told Paul Gascoigne not to play, show your flair? No, you wouldn't. But you know,
I agree.
Managers let Gazza go and do what he wanted. And Ben Rama, I'm not saying he's Paul Gascoigne, but he's in that sort of mould of a player. Right? You give him the ball and you let him do the business. Some things will come off, some things won't come off. And I think personally that's what's going on with Ben. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be terrible, but I think it's not the Ben Rama that we know in the moment at all. And I can't see the confidence. I just don't see it. The word, I don't think he's confidence. I think he's following instruction.
That's what I believe.
You know, people knocked him in the game. What was the guy? I can't remember the game, but he carried the ball forward. And everybody forgot about that. He carried it from the defence all the way up to and laid it off to Antonio, I think it was.
Brighton at home.
Brighton at home, was it? Yeah, it was Brighton at home, right? And everybody forgot about that. But Ben Rama was having to work from our penalty box. So position he should never position of the pitch he shouldn't be.
I agree, mate. I really do.
You know, but whoever plays up front for us at the moment is gonna, even if you put Ben Rama or somebody else, Vlasic, right? If we put people said play him instead of Antonio, you play any player instead of Antonio, they're going to be in the same position because none of them are a big target man to hold the ball up, right? And so they lose possession, but they're back to goal. We got to start creating stuff up front and playing the ball in front of players like the Ben Ramas and your Antonios, and the goals will come. And that's what we're not doing.
Yeah.
I agree. We're not creating it. There's no visionary creation up front and playing balls in front of people. When was the last time we saw us try ball over the top? We haven't done that for weeks.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is, though, Daya, and I keep saying this, when you get a striker at the club, who knows how to be a striker, as in he will take defenders away, he will make them runs. Like when you look at Cavani, who's been a very, very good striker in his time, his
The most
movements.
simplest move for a striker, right, for a big target man, is the ball up to him. He holds it, quick layoff to someone like Lanzini or Benrahma coming through to then go and beat the defender.
Give him go.
But that ain't happening. What happens when it goes up to Antonio? He loses the ball. He can't control it, and they nick the ball off him.
Well,
that's the thing. It's a simple thing in football. Simple thing in football. You fire the ball to a target man, and that's what we're doing with Antonio, right? But Antonio hasn't got the ability. His touch has never been the greatest, right? So he loses that ball instead of that quick ball, left, right, or straight back to one of our attacking players, who then break into space and create the goal. And that's what's missing at the moment. So there's no point playing Antonio there.
Here's a little thing to it before we end, Daya. I'm going to give you this. Would you have a Aubameyang from Arsenal on loan? If someone said to you right now, you're going to go and get Pierre Aubameyang, forget the Arsenal thing.
Yeah, the Arsenal thing, something's gone on. His confidence has gone at Arsenal, definitely. Would you? He's not a good player, is he? But many players only deserve a second chance, don't they? So I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it at all, mate. I'll be honest. But he's a player. Arsenal he's got every Arsenal fan on his back at the minute, and the world's against him. Yeah. But he's I wouldn't be against him coming and having a crack. No, because he's got the ability. He's got the player. People say about his attitude. Jordan's just said it funny. Not with his what about his attitude? Or where does a fan, and I'm not knocking you for being a fan, Jordan, if you know what I mean. But where does a fan learn about his attitude? You know, our comment always makes me laugh from people who aren't in the dressing room with the player, right? When they say, "Oh, he's got a bad attitude." Well, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know he's got a bad attitude? I've seen players over the years who have been accused of having a bad attitude when they're the nicest bloke going. You think, I must admit,
one thing I will say. Do you remember, go back a year ago, Daya, when we was getting linked with Lingard? Everyone said, no, we don't want him here. I know I was one of them. I said, no, I don't want him here. Like, his attitude's terrible, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, there's a perfect example.
And look what he done. So, we've got to sort of...
It's just one of those funny things in football when people mention attitude. Right? Attitude, I would say, like an Altovich, for instance, he's got attitude.
Yeah, did he? Yeah.
There's a player with attitude.
Yeah.
But, but that shines out like an X-ray, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But someone like Aubameyang or Lingard, how can you say he's got bad attitude? But you see that from football supporters. They say, but they don't think. That's the trouble. And I don't mean, and this isn't this anyone, but a lot of Lingard, for instance, as people said about Lingard, for instance, if you don't want to come, then fuck him. We don't want him. Right? Yeah.
Jordan says,
he could come. He's contracted to Manchester United. You know, you can't just say, I'm not, sorry, Man United, I'm leaving for West Ham anyway. I'm off. See ya.
Jordan turned around and said, I don't want Dale on this show. He's got a bad attitude. So, yeah, Arsenal won't allow it. Scott says, I've been told by a reliable source he will make an inquiry for Martial in January. I'd have Martial.
But he's a great player. Probably been at the wrong club, right? The biggest problem, the stalling point there, in all honesty, is will the player? I think he's contracted in 2022. Is he 23? Martial?
Yeah, 23. I think it's.
He's going to have the thing. What you've got to see there, and it'd be a big test point for him, is does he half his wages? But he's not going to get. He's got to be realistic, and his agent will say to him, "Well, you know, it's realistic. You're not going to pick those wages up ever again at the moment, so you might as well take the drop from 200 grand, 100 grand, or whatever it is, you know, per week. Remember, that's going to be the problem there."
Robert Singleton says, why is the Grinch on E20?
Try to stay away from Christmas. That's why I thought I don't have to go and look at stupid Christmas decorations out there.
Yeah, I know, mate. But, right, I'm going to wrap it up there.
Those go and bloody wrapping presents, for instance.
Yeah, well, I've been wrapping presents all night. I've got to get back to it.
I haven't got any presents to wrap because I haven't bought anybody anything.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, I'm going to wrap it up with there. That's been Steve Day from the Day's Banter. You know who he is. Go and check him out if you haven't already done so. If you're new, Rand,
he's the man with a bad attitude. He gets trolled by a load of idiots from Scotland.
yeah, that's ruined my stream tonight, but I'm out.
Doesn't ruin the stream, though. Never ruins the stream. You
Nah.
just get the mods in, mate. Get rid of those little clowns. They're the sad ones. They all need a bullet in their head, to be honest. But there we go.
Well, I'll leave that to you, Dave. But
Yeah.
listen, thanks for watching. If you're new around here, please do give me a subscribe. It goes a long way. It helps me out if you're watching for the first time. And yeah, I'm trying to get up to 300 subscribers. Nearly there. Help me out. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed tonight, hey, lads, I know you're viewers from my show, a lot of you in there. But if you can subscribe to this man, he's top man. Not just because he saved me money, which I haven't received from Tufty, who's just done his disappearing out of my winnings again. But Tufty going to be sacked tomorrow. but honestly, this guy's a great guy. I've known him since I've jumped on YouTube, and great guy, great show to be on. And he saved me ass today on it. Well, didn't save me, but he gave me I would have been actually had me winnings anyway, wouldn't I? But he did show me some good tips as well. So if you like your football gambling, but do gamble responsible, Tufty. And pay your winnings, Tufty.
Well, what I'll do, I'll leave it at that. I want to speak to Steve after. But thanks for watching. Listen, I won't be around Thursday for player ratings. I might do it late Wednesday night because Thursday I'm turning 35. It's my birthday. I'm not doing nothing at all. So I'm going out for the whole day. And yeah, but maybe late tomorrow night, if this man is about, we might do some player ratings on the Arsenal West Ham games.
Yeah, definitely be around the market. Be around the market. Well, I'm on call up until anything can happen with that. So, like you see now, nothing's happened. It could go off in 2 hours' time. But yeah, I'll be about, mate. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
No worries. Anyway, take care all.
We need more lessons, James. There you go. Look.
Yeah, I need something, mate. I need something. But that's goodbye from him. That's goodbye from me. That's goodbye from us. Take care all.
See you later, lads. Ciao, ciao.